Thank you for your warm welcome. Being relaxed, yes. Knowing that I'm today attending a part of Europe where we know are the best dressed men and women ever. So that's why I put my jacket on today.
Sorry for that. I'm in a visual shirt only.
But thank you very much. It's an honor for me to speak to you. And like you, I'm here at home in Germany, and being at home is, of course, the most safest place you can be right now. We are all here. Yes, if I see what happens in the United States, what happens in South America, in India, so we are really here on the lucky side. Even if you had a hard time, a much harder time than we had here in northern Germany. In my state, what is the northeast state, we just have, I think, 100 cases right now. That's not a lot. And so we are really on the lucky and safe side here in northern Germany. I'm here since the 19th of March, when we stopped all traveling in the United States and then all over the world and flew home. And that was just in time being here at home. And now I'm in Zoom meetings every day. So probably I will be the president, not traveling international, but definitely with the most contacts to Rotarians via Zoom meetings, because this is really and definitely effective. And that's why I'm asking always clubs and districts, please keep whatever we are learning right now and keep this, because these are really great things, and not just doing the same thing what we have done before, now virtual, but really think doing some different things right now, what we learned. For me, coming from Germany, being here right now in the center of France, it's easy, just a click and I'm with you. And that happens with people from the United States, from Australia, from everywhere. And I think that's something what is really great. And we all should keep this in our Rotary Club meetings, not just among us here, but also in our Rotary clubs. And that's why I'm always asking Rotary clubs, because they are independent. And I believe in the independence of our Rotary clubs. Please have at least one strategic meeting a year and figure out yourself where you want to be in 5 years, in 10 years. That's the best way to be prepared for the future. And there is so much great things for Rotary clubs. But again, this is for Rotary clubs. So it's their future. And so each Rotary club really should think about the future. And what is for me really important, should think about what is the added value my club brings to our members. This is so important if we are looking for new members in our Rotary Club. What I'm always telling, if I'm thinking about new members, what I'm always telling people in the United States is, please look for the best members you can get for your Rotary Club. Look for members what are a good fit to your Rotary Clubs. And this is so important. Simply don't take everybody. And that works pretty well in France, that works in Italy, in Germany, in Central Europe, everywhere. I think that's the way to a good retention rate. Because for us, it's really about making friends for life in our Rotary Club. And I don't have to tell it to you, because you are doing it exactly this way. But we have the same problem in France, in Italy, in Germany, Switzerland, Austria, United Kingdom, nearly everywhere here in Europe. So our clubs are becoming older and older and older. And it's hard to find young professionals. But to stay relevant, we have to look for young professionals and for more women in our Rotary clubs. No doubt. I think there's no way that we have to try that. There are several ways that we can do that. It's with satellite clubs, or just changing our own clubs to be more attractive for young members. And that's what I really would like to ask all your clubs in your district, because this is important, and I can't say it enough. This is important for the future of our organization, that we will also in the future stay relevant. And we know that we can grow with new clubs, with new different clubs. But I know that happens in Germany all the time. The existing clubs, they really don't like new clubs, and they try to fight new clubs. And so this is so for the district governors elect and nominees here in this call, please stay bold. It's up to you. You have to be bold, and you have to be really strong to make sure that we are really can also create younger clubs. And it works. There are so many great examples with really great people in our Rotary. So, you know, in Europe, and that's in France, I know it's in Italy, that's here, that's nearly everywhere in Europe, we see our Rotary as the community of shared values. So our core values are so important for us. And it's not just service we are thinking about, it's especially ethics, business ethics. So integrity is really one important issue everywhere right now. And when we are going to marketing our Rotary clubs and telling younger people what is important, so please take this this year's theme, Rotary Opens Opportunities. And being a member of a Rotary club is not just giving the opportunity for service projects. No, it's also the opportunity for living a more meaningful life. It's the opportunity for personal growth through Rotary. It's the opportunity to increase the skills in public speaking. It's the opportunity to become, something like an event manager if you're responsible for your Rotary club. There are so many things you can learn. And again, for me, it's really important if we try to get new younger members to let them know there is something in for you, because here is an opportunity for personal growth. That's why I choose this theme. Rotary Opens Opportunities, because it works to different directions. It works to the people we serve when we are providing eyeglasses or a wheelchair or a microcredit. We are indeed opening opportunities for others, but we are also opening opportunities for us. As I said, the opportunity for personal growth, for living in a meaningful, richer life. And again, I'm always focused on our friendship in our Rotary clubs and on our integrity. That's really important for me. But when I'm always looking for younger members, there's also one saying, and that is, there is no wrong age to become a Rotarian. And so please also look for all members who are a good fit to your Rotary club, regardless of their age, because every age has something to contribute to our Rotary clubs, and especially young retirees. So they have the time to be involved in our service projects. They have the time to do administrative jobs in our Rotary clubs, and mostly they have some money left, what is also good. And so if they have the passion and the dedication for Rotary, please invite them to become also members in our Rotary clubs. That's also important. Just when someone asks me, what is your dream after this year? I'm always saying, my dream is definitely being more interesting for young professionals, for women, and especially Rotaract. I think you know that I'm really a strong proponent of Rotaractors, because I like the way how they are working. I like the way how fast they are, how effective they are. And I really think we can learn from Rotaractors, even if they are younger. So we have this problem in Germany always. If I'm asking Rotary clubs, hey, couldn't you make your Rotaract members of your Rotary club? And then I'm hearing very often, oh, they are just 28 or 30, and we don't know where their way and their profession is. And I think, hey, trust them. You can trust them, because they are really great Rotarians, and don't wait that they become 40. That's no reason to wait. Invite them immediately with 30 to become members of your Rotary club. And I'm sure it's the right way to invite those really effective and great young people. My last years, I'm talking yet nearly too long, but so, you know, that's a lot of things going on in the United States right now regarding social injustice, and they call that Black Lives Matters, and that's really an issue, and not just in the United States. It's also an issue everywhere, in every country, but it's always totally different. There's no country like another. It always depends on what's going on today, what is about the history in the country, and that is why when we are really looking forward for more social justice, we have to look this in an international way, because it's everywhere different, but social injustice and discrimination is definitely everywhere. And Rotarians can be proud that we launched our diversity, equity, and inclusion statement already 2 years ago. If nobody knows about what's going on today, especially in the United States. And right now, we are creating an action group, a worldwide action group, to make sure that we put this into action and to help Rotary clubs here to take the right decision in this regards. Rotary is not just a club that you join, it's an invitation to endless opportunities. And that's why I'm really still love this theme. And I'm asking all of you, today is really the time for taking action. And I'm thinking Rotary clubs all over the world, especially today, Rotary clubs in France, what you have done to solve the problems during the pandemic, during the lockdown. And I heard from Gerard already what you have done. And I'm a little bit proud of our German Rotarians during this Hamburg Convention. I know that some of you visited Hamburg, and we had many more participants than we expected. And as a result, we made nearly 400,000 euro surplus. So the German Rotary clubs who contributed all of them to the convention in Hamburg. And so all of them agreed not to take the money back, but to contribute this to the Corona Response Fund of the Rotary Foundation. And I think that was a good decision, because our country, again, was here on the lucky side. And all of us can hope that it will remain how it is and not become worse. We will see that. So, dear friends, thank you for listening to me. I'm a totally fan of Zoom meetings. Yeah, not really. I would really love to come in person to you. I love to shake hands and I love to hug, but I think we have to wait a little bit before we can do this. Thank you for listening to me. And I think there are some questions I'm going to answer. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think this is, yes, mostly unknown, our satellite clubs. I think there are some ways how they can be important for Rotary. So we started these clubs to make it easier to start a new club. You just need 10 people to start a satellite club. And even if a Rotary club thinks doing with less people, it's also possible. So there are many ways right now to do that. But we found out that there are other advantages having a satellite club. As I said, more Rotary clubs are not attractive for young professionals. Before sitting just among sometimes just old men, left and right. And this is sometimes not what younger people want. But with a satellite club, we can show them another opportunity to be among themselves, among young professionals, but not being separated through another club, because they are still members of the old larger club. And so starting with them, and they can do their meetings however and whatever they want to do, but coming twice a month or once a month together with all the others, learning each other and learn also about advantages to be part of the larger group, of the old group. I think this is something every Rotary club could figure out by itself if it works. But for me, it's a good opportunity not to separate young and old, because I'm a fan of also diversity of generations in a Rotary Club. But this satellite club could be a good start, so that 2 times a month, so they can do whatever they want, and they can do their meeting however they want to do it. In a bar, probably. I know a Rotary Club in Berlin. They are just meeting in a bar, just with a drink and some pretzel sticks, and that's okay. So this is a good option, but it's also a good option to make sure that young and old are coming together once a week, once a month, twice a month. I think that's why I think it could be a good opportunity to creating a good environment for young professionals. I think clubs are, in older times, they have to pick a city name, and they have to pick names you can find on the map. That changes right now. I think clubs are free. If they're happy with that name, that's okay. I think so. I think it's about the club, what they like. But what we can see more and more are so-called cause-based clubs. So clubs are created just to serve a special issue. So, and this we will see more and more clubs who are just supporting one special area of focus, or just something. That's okay too. I think that's different. I personally like more diversity. That's, for me, that's one of the basics for Rotary. But you know, if there are other clubs who are really focused just on special causes, I think that's okay too. I think we are really has to be open what people love and how they love to run their Rotary Club model. Yes, you know, if we are talking about this issue, the General Secretary, when he's talking in the United States, he tried to tell people there is no Rotary police anywhere. So if you try to do things, try it. But we have also what we have in Europe, and I really appreciate our great team here in Zurich in Europe. They are really supporting clubs and districts, and even as a club president, you can call them whenever you want. They have, of course, follow our code of policy very strict as our staff members. So they really have to follow the code of policy. While I, as a president, has to do it. District governors and by the way, also the director has to do it. But you know, club members, they can show, okay, they don't have to know all about our code of policy. By the way, for me, if you ever have looked into the code of policy, this is by far too large, too huge, too many pages. I'm always saying, if you want that nobody is reading it, making as big as possible, and you can be sure that nobody will read it. So I think there's a lot to improve, make it smaller, and I think there are many silly rules in our code of policy, and we could really make it smaller and reduce many of these unnecessary rules today. But that's a task for the board of directors to do this. But there is some work to do.
Merci, Holger.